Ignorant gamers in the house. You already know who we are. We're not saying it this time. Figure it out. But yo, GDC 2013 is probably gonna bring heat to the future of gaming on a certain scale. I'm talking about indie games on console. This is a huge thing because indie games are running wild, along with free-to-play games, which is kind of the same thing, on PC, especially in Steam, right?
Okay.
So, PlayStation 4 left GDC, and the big takeaway from that with PlayStation 4 was they want to get the indies.
Indie.
After that hypeness came down a bit, so we discovered some dirty shit, which I wasn't too familiar with, which is that Microsoft's been shitting on indies, although it seems like they've been getting indies a lot of love on the current Xbox. And there's people like coming out like it's a like they're Tiger Woods hoes or something, like Microsoft is so hard on us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think Microsoft will respond to that. Like, okay, cool. We might have had some vigorous things, but try us now. Because they don't want to lose that crowd to...
I don't think they will lose the crowd, but it's one of those things where Microsoft really does shit to be malicious. So there's got to be more behind it.
Yeah.
Or, like, what they're good at doing is fucking with you because they've got a vision for a standard.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like, remember when Xbox first came out, they said, no, every fucking game will support achievements, will support party chat, cross-pat. Like, people are like, but that's stupid. It's a single-player game.
Right.
But now it's the standard and we understand why.
Right.
I think it may be something like that that makes them look like ass wipes.
Yeah.
And then, you know, people come around and be like, oh, okay.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a little defensive right now.
I know.
Shit.
I know.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, because with PlayStation trying to be the authority on play.
And they just might be.
And, you know, I have another topic that I think by them doing this, that a lot of indie games are essentially lined up for the PS Vita when you do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's...
And that's a hell of a place for them to live.
Yeah, when you have that.
With crossplay?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I told you, check out the Guacamole game.
I didn't check it out.
You know, and Guacamole, whatever. And, you know, to me, that's the epitome of what's going to come down the line. You already seen Journey. You've seen Swan. You know, you've seen, what was it? Critter Castle, something like that. It's on the Xbox. Love that little... All this
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crashers, right.
That wasn't free to play, though.
No. I'm talking about indie.
That shit was fun.
Yeah, that's like...
I actually bought it, yeah.
Right, so, like, you gotta have more stuff like this. And, I'm not... the Xbox across the industry is better to develop on. Especially if they're coming from that world, because that's the XDA thing that you talk about all the time. Yeah. PlayStation 3 is a little harder. That's why we didn't see some of these games for, like, later. So now with PlayStation saying, here, x86 chip, shut the fuck up, everybody. We just made it easy for everyone. Now there's not an excuse.
Right.
Now it's about you make it for both, and then, oh, there's something here I want to take advantage here, and there's something here I want to take advantage here. Right. And now you can create 2 new games, and, you know, let the developers fight for, I mean, the console dudes fight for whatever one they want on their console, and, you know, be done with it.
Right.
And, I think it's exciting. This is really exciting, you know.
To see how it'll play out.
Right. Yeah. And this goes back to with the free-to-play thing that I mentioned, where these indie dudes can come in, make a name for themselves, and maybe get picked up for a AAA game and get hit with a big budget to see what they can do. Because what they did with a little budget was so dope.
You know what they call this in the tech world? Startups.
Of course.
So, yeah. Everybody's goal is to... But see, people lose vision when you get that money. When you hit that goal and you get noticed, you lose that vision. You lose that creativity.
Right.
And you may not lose the creativity, but the direction you want to go and the publishers want to go, 95% of the time don't line up. So
right.
This is why free to play is such a strong thing on its own. Right. Like, fuck them publishers and publishers. Well, fuck them indie developers, and they just You
right.
know.
I mean, take a look to one guy to the example that we did. We did an interview, Steve Sinclair, for the game Warframe. He told us the history about it. We know his history. He was on Uncharted. I mean, not Uncharted, Unreal Tournament.
Right, Unreal.
On every last one of the ones that are my favorite ones, he was there. And he has other games on his list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the game they've been wanting to make. But
and they all
in the military age, which is still kind of, at the time, that was hot. Nobody wanted to put out a game that wasn't world based.
Yep.
So what happened? He's just getting it off now as an indie.
And he's still treading ground because no one gives a shit about Space Ninjas.
Right.
Unless
and
you look like Call of Duty or...
Right.
So,
right.
yeah, he's still trending. Trending.
Right, but now it's like, I don't have... No one... Now, the big guy can't tell me no. I need to see it for myself that this can't work.
And the fans are not saying that it can't work.
And Shit. I'm impressed with the game.
So, yeah.
So, and the game looks great. You get what I'm saying? The game looks great. That's the kind of game, like, right now, if we all had if the code was available to go on both platforms, and the third platform too, you know what I'm talking about, the Wii U, I would say, yo, get this in there right now. Because I think the fans of the console will enjoy this game.
That game is probably easily better than any big indie game that you could think of.
The potential to be, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a different caliber.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the... Like, you'll play Dust.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, oh, shit, nice. But you'll play something like this, and you'd be, like, scratching your head, like, is it free? Like, for real?
Right.
Really?
Right.
So...
I mean, because then you have what? You got these music games, and we with another dude that we met at PAX, But that's not to mention the ones before it. Mm-hmm. Like all the Luminous and all that other stuff,
right.
Sounds and Shapes, all these dope games. All these games are coming from India. And look, the indie dudes was on what? Was that under what's the thing you like? Walking Dead. Look at that.
Was that an indie title?
Yeah.
Oh.
Indie Game of the Year.
Is that why there's no
and
fucking
Game of the Year.
Inverted controller in that shit?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So like this past from 2012, indie games showed their ass beating up AAA games with award sections.
Part of where that comes from too, there's no originality in these big titles. It's all sequels. They milking it. And I'm not saying they're wrong, because look how many companies are dying right now. They wrong, man. It's
a lot of companies are dying.
Boring, dude.
It is boring. But
I'm back on Battlefield.
Because everybody wants to be COD.
There's nothing else to play. I'm back on Battlefield because there's nothing else to play.
It's to the point where it's like, okay, everybody either wants to be COD. Everybody wants to be COD, or they scared to put their game out.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I don't know. What's some of the indie games that you are playing or have played or wanted to try? Maybe you liked it, maybe you don't. Share that with us.
The MMOs.
If you want some,
the MMOs.
The MMOs.
If one of those indie
Breakthrough.
MMOs touched PlayStation, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You might lose some you might leak some PlayStation gamers. If they get a taste of MMO and be like, wait, what?
Right.
World of Warcraft is like this times 20?
Right.
You might leak some, but yeah, MMOs might be a big win for indie.
And this current generation that's coming out, the 8th gen, this is probably going to be a huge break for indie gamers to get in, and who knows, maybe they're going to be the ones producing some ill shit come the 9th generation or towards the end of the 8th.
Well, you ain't got no rules, goddammit.
Oof.
So, yeah. Was that Gravity Rush thing I play an indie game? No, right?
I believe it is.
The game's dope as shit on the Vita.
I believe it is. I believe it is.
It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Hit the comments. What's your indie game of choice? What you want to see?
Yeah.
An indie racer.
I give it a shot. I give both of them a shot because you know one of them gonna try to be arcade because that's the easy one, but then one of them's gonna try to be the sim. I give it a shot.
I'd rock out to that.
I mean, because there's a bunch of them on PC running wild, so you know someone's bound to try to get some of this space on the console.
Yep. Holla at us, man.
Let us know what's good.